So, okay, so let us see. We are discussing about the Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla. As we know that there are eightfold path. Out of the eightfold path, there is one Samma Ājīva, right livelihood. So, right livelihood, it has been defined that Samma Michha Ājīva Pārājikā Samma Ājīvam Kappeti iti Samma Ājīva. That right livelihood is that refraining from all the bad livelihood. And in the suttas, we find that how the text discusses about the Michha Ājīva. As we know that there are 62 types of Michhaditti in our Brahmajala Sutta also, and in other texts also like Dhammasangani, we are having that how this bad livelihood have been discussed. So here that in the suttas also we are having that refraining from the bad professions like Mans Banijja, Vis Banijja, Mach Banijja, and there are 5 types of bad professions also which have been discussed in the suttas also. That one should not make a profession, or one should not make a trading profession in these types of, that is the alcohol, poison, and trading in the flesh also. So there are altogether 5 types of bad livelihood which have been discussed in Samma Ājīva. But here in Visuddhimagga, Acharya Buddha Ghosa has discussed about Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla. So here there are 3 terms, Ājīva, Pārisuddhi and Sīla. Sīla is the morality, Pārisuddhi means purification, and Ājīva means livelihood. That morality which discusses about the, or which gives the description related with the purification of right livelihood, this is called as Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla. So here Pārisuddhi is in the sense of purification or purity. So here as we have already discussed that how the Blessed One Buddha has given much importance on the Samma Ājīva, that is the right livelihood, and it has been advised by the Buddha also to earn livelihood by proper means. In that way it has been said any problem, Bande?
No, sir.
Vinay, kindly mute your mic. Vinay. So, in Visuddhimagga, Acharya Buddha Ghosa has discussed about this Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla, and he has given the 6 types of norms which are called as improper means. And first in the Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla, Acharya Buddha Ghosa has discussed about the 6 types of bad livelihood or wrong means for which have been illustrated in our Visuddhimagga. So I will discuss one by one that what are the 6 types of improper means which have been discussed by Acharya Buddha Ghosa in Visuddhimagga. First is called as, suppose if a person who claims that I have the supernatural attainments or achievements. Some of the persons or some of the yogi or sannyasi, they claim themselves that I have attained spiritual power. and they make some, you can say, wrong means for attracting the people of the society. So here this claiming to have some supernatural or spiritual attainments for the sake of some material gains, and this comes under the one of the rules of the Pārājikā. So we know there are 4 types of Pārājikas. So this if a monk who claims that I have the supernatural powers, and we also know that Buddha has also supernatural powers, but he does not like to claim himself that he had attained supernatural powers, and he gives you can say teachings on that also. So, second is called as Dutaya Karana. Dutaya Karana means if someone goes in between the 2 parties, so acting go between for the sake of the gain, that if I go in between the 2 parties, then I will have some gain and both the parties will give something to me. So this is called as Dutaya Karana. And this is also bad profession or improper means, which comes under the Saṅghādisesa. If you know, there are 13 types of Saṅghādisesa for the Bhikkhu Patimokkha, and under the Bhikkhuni Patimokkha, there are 17 types of Saṅghādisesa rule. So when a person who acts like this, then it comes that he acts like a Dutaya. Dut means messenger, or Dutaya Karana, that he claims that I can make a solution, and he tries to make a solution of the 2 parties, and this comes under the Saṅghādisesa. Third is called as if a person who lives in who claims that I lives in the big monastery, and such a monastery that has big reputations or name and fame, and by claiming that I am living in that big monastery, the people will attract to me and they will give something to me. Since I am coming from the big monastery, in the ancient time also we are having in Nalanda Mahavihar, Takshashila Mahavihar, which were the center of higher learning for the teachings of the Buddha. And if a monk who claims that I belongs to such and such a big monastery, then people, by attracting themselves, they give something to the monk, and this also comes under the rule, that is the Patimokkha rule, that is called as Thullaccaya. Thullaccaya is, you can say, making false statement for the sake of getting some gain. So this is also Thullaccaya. The next 4th is called as suppose a person, for the sake of having excellent meals or foods, he expresses that I am ill and I am not, you can say, healthy one. So people thinking that the monk is ill, the people will give something, some more fruits and other things to that person, that monk, and it also comes under the rule of Paccayasannisita, which are 30 in number. So it also comes that if someone or if any monk who claims for the sake of getting some excellent meals or the good types of food, then it is also called as coming under the purview of Paccayasannisita. The next is called as for the sake of nice food, and if a nun says that I am not also not feeling well, I am not a healthy one, and by it is also called as you can it is also called as improper means, and it also comes under the Patidesaniya Dhamma of Patimokha. The next is called as suppose monks and nuns for the sake of eating rice and curry, expressing themselves to be ill. In previously we have seen for the nice food or excellent food or delicious food they are claiming, but they are coming under the Patidesaniya or Pachitya. But if a monk or nun for the sake of eating rice and curry and they are claiming to be ill, not a healthy one, and it is also a improper means, and it also comes under the dukkata. There is a offense in the patimukha, that is the vinaya, that is called as dukkata. So these are the 6 types of improper means which have been discussed by Ājīva Pārisuddhi in the beginning when he is discussing about the Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla. So after narrating in this way, Ājīva Pārisuddhi says that there are other types of also bad behavior or wrong behavior which are also coming under the purview of not right livelihood but bad livelihood. So the name of the improper means or wrong means have been discussed in our Visuddhimagga. They are namely Kuhana, Lapana, Nimittikatta, Nipesikatta, Labhena, Labhanijisigatta. So these are the 5-6 which are also called as improper means. So I will discuss one by one from the Kuhana to Labhena, Labhanijisigatta. In a brief manner I will discuss that what is the Kuhana. Kuhana is cheating a person by false appearance. That suppose there is a yogi or sannyasi or monk who claims or who cheats other persons by false appearance, coming to the suddenly to the, there are so many persons who are claiming that I will bring the sweets of the South India or the temple which are living in residing in Kerala or Andhra Pradesh. So if someone claims, there are so many yogis like those who are even the monks who are claiming or cheating persons having false appearance, this is also called as Kuhana. So for Kuhana, in the text, Ājīva Pārisuddhi has discussed that there are 3 types of Kuhana. What types of, why the monks and nuns are cheating the persons of the society? They are 3 in number. First is called as Paccayasannisita Kuhana Vattu. Pacaya means related with our Chivara, Pindapat, Senasana, or Puttinut Bhesaj Parikhar. So we are having the 4 types of requisites. So if for the sake of requisites or Pacaya, if someone cheats, then it is called as Paccayasannisita Kuhana Vattu. The next is called as Samant Japitena Kuhana Vattu. Samant, that cheating a person by the attractive words, by the false, you can say very good words. If someone cheats any person, this is called as Samant Japitena Kuhana Vattu. Then again, next is called as Ājīvapārisuddhi Kuhana Vattu. Iriyapath means movement of the body. So there are 4 types of movement to attract the other people of the society. So by attracting the movement of the body, by moving by the monks, if there is a movement in the body in the 4-fold way, and cheating in this way by the monk or the nun, this is called as Paccayasannisita kuhanavattu. So these are the three types of main you can say kuhana, which have been discussed by Acharya Buddha Ghosh in a detailed manner. So these kuhanavattus are mainly related to the four requisites, that is the Pansukul Chivaram, Pindiyalopa Bhojanam, Rukhmul Senasanam, Puttimut Bhisaja Parikhar. So by cheating related with these four types of pachayas, they are called as kuhanavattu. So if you are being asked to explain what is the kuhanavattu, then you have to explain in this manner that whenever the cheating of the persons by the monks and nuns related with the four types of our requisites, that is the chivara, senasana, pindiyalopa bhojanam, and then putti bhisajam parikhar, these are called as kuhanavattu. So if suppose a bhikkhu or a bhikkhuni finds that he has developed monk thinks that if the upasaka or upasikas who are coming to the Saṅgha or to the monastery and they have developed confidence on him, then with a desire to get more things from the people or from the upasaka or upasikas, they are giving, you can say, they are sitting in this manner. So this is called as and suppose if a monk desires that I do not have good chivara, you must give me the chivara of the silk linen clothage. So this is also called as cheating of the persons. So these have been discussed by Acharya Buddha Ghosh in a very detailed manner. So he gives examples that suppose he comes from, if someone upasak or upasikas, then they are coming to the monastery, then suppose a monk says that what is the use of dwelling for a monk in the aranya or a forest. So he should dwell either under the tree, under the open sky. And here again he says that what is the use of the costly medicines for a monk. So he should use urine or piece of haritaka or gall nuts for his medicine, for use of the medicines. So this type of marking the behavior of the monk, the householder think that we must pay something to the monk or to the Saṅgha or to the monastery. So because this monk does not have the good chivara or pindapat or dwelling place and the medicines, then the upasaka and upasikas, they are giving something more to the people. So in this way it is called as Paccayasannisita kuhanavattu, cheating of the persons by the monks and nuns related with the requisites, four requisites. So this is these are called as the wrong means or wrong, you can say, upaya for giving living a life of the monk or nun in the monastery. So again this is called as that by deceiving the person by the false attractive words. So it also comes under the samanta japitena sankhatam kuhanavattu. So suppose a monk referring to himself makes a statement various types with a desire to get name and fame. Suppose a monk desires that his name and fame should go to all directions. and he does not possesses the supernatural power or a spiritual achievement. So, thinking to possess them, he says that one who uses cure like this alms ball, either plate or water strainer, is a great saint. So, suppose for having good quality of the alms ball, he says to the Upasak and Upasika, this is also called as Samant Japitena Kuhana Vathu. So third type we have also seen that it is connected with the fold movement of our body, that is the standing, sitting, walking and lying down in a particular way. Suppose a great persons who are sitting in a good posture and they are also standing in a good posture, and whenever they lie down they also lie down in a good posture. So attracting upasak and upasikas in these ways, these are also called as wrong means of attracting the people, and they are called as iryapat sanisit kuhanavathu. So this is called as you can say kuhana. Now we are coming to the next lapana. Lapana means attract to cheat the person by false attracting words. So lapana means that is the cheating, or you can say speaking what is not true in that sense. But for the sake of attracting the people, we are giving the attractive words in a false manner. So this is the you can say. So the literal meaning of lapana is the attracting a statement and thereby instruct someone for some more gain. So this has been also discussed in a very detailed manner in Visuddhimagga by Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla. So there are some illustrations which have been given in Visuddhimagga by Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla. In Visuddhi, and he has given one example that suppose there is a monk who lives in the monastery and he desires to take something. Now, finding someone coming to the monastery, he may ask that for what purpose you have come here? Oh friend, have you come for inviting the monks or nuns living in the monastery? If it is like so, then I am ready to just go with you for the alms ball. So, just by seeing the persons from a distance and he is giving a statement like this that oh friend, why for what purpose you have come? You have come here for inviting us for having the meals. So this is also called as lapana. Second is called as again there are so many examples also that suppose a monk marking any upasak or upasika starts telling in previous time the upasaka, the laity man or laity lay people used to give a special alms or foods etc. Suppose if a upasak is coming, then a monk says that previously the people were coming to the monastery and they were giving or presenting some delicious food to our monks and nuns living in the monastery. But in these days, the people are not coming to the monastery and they are not presenting some of the things to the Saṅgha, to the monks and nuns. So, causing in this way and understanding the temperament of the laity or upasak and upasika, they are cheating those persons. The monks are cheating the so the upasaka who hears he can reply that this can be known by knitting the sugar cane. So there are so many examples which have been given in the text also. And suppose if a monk, if a bhikkhu goes to the door of the house of a lady and he sees that there are some sugarcane which are lying inside the house, and then he says that I have seen a snake just like a sugarcane. Then the lady or the person who are living inside the house, he understands that the bhikkhu wishes to have the sugar cane, and in that manner he gives the sugar cane to the monk. So this is also wrong means for getting something from the upasaka and upasika. So these are some of the examples which have been given in Visuddhimagga Buddha Ghosh by Buddha Ghosh. So next, which is said about the Nimitikatta. Nimitikatta means naming signs. Sign, nimitta means a sign. So Nimitikatta means pointing out some particular things. Suppose a person who has some moles on the forehead also, on the cheeks also, on the body also, and by seeing the moles or any signs on the body, he projects the lay person in a high manner, and he is highlighting some aspect of the these you can say moles or the signs, and making such a physical and vocal statement which are also called as, and they create such type of situation before the upasak and upasika to give something. So in the text, Acharya Buddha Ghosh also says that Yam Kinchi Paresam Paccayadan Sanyojan Kam Kai Vachi Kammam. So these examples have been given also in our Visuddhimagga by Acharya Buddha Ghosh, that suppose marking a upasaka, marking an upasaka with nimitikatta, that is the pointing out some of the signs on the body, or any cow, the monk says, start saying that whether these calves live on the milk or not. Suppose there are cows who cows are living in the house of the upasaka, and by seeing the cows, the monks are telling to the layperson that whether these cows are giving milk or not. So, telling in this manner, the monk is cheating to the layperson, and the laity also understand the monk needs some milk for his drinking. So in that way, this is also called as wrong means. In that, so there are two, three examples which have been given by Acharya Buddha Ghosh in the text. So, there are examples of the bad signs also. Suppose a monk who likes to cheat any upasika, then he says that there are some bad signs on your body, and if you would like to have good health, then you have to perform some pujas and any rites and rituals. So by saying this, the monk cheats the upasika. So these are the wrong means which have been discussed. The next is called as nippesikata, the wrong means for earning livelihood, there is a you can say nipesikata. Nipesikata literally means deceiving other persons by false things. So by criticizing others, by scolding anyone. So this is create fear among the laypersons, upasak or upasikas. And in another way, Acharya Buddha Ghosh says that nipasikata or marking any things, bad things, this is called as dosaropana. Dosaropana means that you are making a fault, you are criticizing any persons by any faults. So these examples have been given in the in the Visuddhimagga. Next is called as Labhena Labha Nijisingata. Labhena Labha Nijisingata means giving something to someone for in anticipation of getting more things. Suppose I have a simple pen in my hand, and I saw that there is a good pain to my friend also. So how can I get a good pain from my friend? So by cheating, there is also that if I give my bad pain to my friend, then automatically my friend who will see that I do not have pain, then he will give the good pain to me. So this is called as giving something to someone in anticipation of getting more better things. Labhena labham nijisgata. So this is also wrong means, or this is cheating a person having for the sake of bigger gain. So one may give up or refuse the gain, for which may hope that he will get some bigger gain in the future. So he may offer the things given here to somebody else, there the things received to somewhere else to the person here. So these are one example also which has been given in that text, that suppose a monk who receives some good food from a house and from a particular place, and he distributes among the children on the roads, and people are saying that the monk who has got the pindapat in his alms ball, he has distributed to the small children. So the other people will give more better things to that bhikkhu. So this is cheating or wrong means for getting some bigger things. This is called as labhena labha nisita. So this is called as Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla. So first we have to discuss that Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla. What is the Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla? First you discuss that it is the morality related with the purification of the right livelihood. And then you discuss that what is the bad livelihood and what is the right livelihood. And then you come how the suttas discusses about the bad livelihood, refraining from the bad professions. Five types of wrong professions are called as samma ajivo. And then in the text, Acharya Buddha Ghosh has discussed about the kuhana. That is kuhana bathu. There are three types of kuhana bathu. We have already discussed japitena kuhana bathu. So the first you discuss the three types of kuhana bathu. Then you come lapana, then nipesikata, nijisingata, and then you come to the last, not last, the next labhena labha nijisingata. Next we are going to, so this is the Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla. So suppose if you are being asked in the examination, you have to discuss in this manner. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss about the Paccayasannisita Sīla. Paccaya means requisites. There are 4 types of requisites, namely Pansukula Chivaram, Rukhmula Senasanam, Pindyalop Bhojanam, and Putti Mut Bhisaja Parikkar. So these are called as 4 types of requisites. We know the Chivara, that is the Pansukula Chivara. A monk is supposed to collect a small pieces of the clothes which are lying outside the house on the hip of the garbage. So he has to collect it, a small pieces, he has to sew it, and then he has to protect his body from the heat and the cold. So this is called as Pansukul Chivaram. Second is Pindiya Lopa Bhojanam, that whatever he gets, the alms in his alms bowl, he must be satisfied with that. He should not make any distinction related with the delicious food, or you can say not delicious food. So making distinction is called as a wrong means or bad means for getting or by cheating. The third is Rukhmul Senasanam. A monk is supposed to dwell at the root of the tree. So this is the best way of living for the monks. And the fourth, later on, this concept has been changed. And lastly, it is called as Bhesajya Parikkar. Putti Mut Bhesajya Parikkar, that protecting our body with the medicines from the herbal plants as well as gall nuts, haritaka, and other things. So these have been discussed in a very detailed manner in Visuddhimagga by Acharya Buddha Ghosh. So as we know that there are 3 parts of the Chivara, that is the Uttarasanga, Antarvasaka, and Sanghati. So these are making one, you can say, Chivara. So a bhikkhu is supposed to protect himself with these 3 types of, you can say, things. So this is called as Chivara, and here it is called the Hirikopatichadanam Ti Niyat Payojanam. So he has to protect it from the herbal, you can say, leaves, plants and other things. And even in Samaya Phala Sutta, if you see, Buddha says that Ghas Chadan Paramatay Bhikkhu Santutto Hoti, that a bhikkhu must be satisfied with the covering of the grass and the leaves of the plant. Ghas chadan paramatay bhikkhu santutthoti. That ghas chadan, covering the body by the grass and other things. It means that one bhikkhu must dwell as a aranyavasi, not as a, you can say, Ganthvasi. So there are 2 ways of traditions in ancient time. Present time also, there are some monks who are dwelling in the forest, and there are some monks who are living in the monastery. So this is called as, you can say, Pindapat. We have already seen that whatever for the making, sustaining of our body, whatever we get in our alms ball, we must be satisfied, and with such food, he must be satisfied. And this is called as, you can say, and Sanasana, that by living on the root of the tree, this is called as best way of dwelling. Senasana, there are 2 words here, Sena, Asana. Shayana means sayana. Sayana means sleeping. Asana means sitting. Shenasana means lying down and sitting. This is the literal meaning for the monks. And under the tree, at the root of the tree, a bhikkhu is supposed to dwell there. So it should be used for destroying the disturbance caused by the weather. Disturbance may be of two types, antarik and bahya. So external disturbance may be attack of the lion, tigers and other, you can say, animals. And internal disturbance may be attachment related with the rag, dosa and moha, and for the destroying of the disturbance. So for that purpose he must stay at the, he must follow the sinasana at the root of the tree. The last is called as Gilana Paccayasannisita Bhesajya Parikhara. That is the sustaining of the body with the medicines of the herbal plants as well as the gall nuts haritaka. So Bhesajya means medicine. Parikhar means requisites. So Gilana Paccayasannisita is the, you can say, requisites related with the medicines. For Gilan means that is the disease. So these have been Gilan has been defined by Acharya Buddha Ghosh as a disease, and Pacha means that which goes against antidote, and Bhesaj means anything to prescribe under the medical science. And we are also having a Bhesaj Manjusa, a medical text which was composed in Sri Lanka in 11th century BC, and that is mainly devoted on the our Indian medicine text like Saṅghādisesa Shastra or other Sanghita. So in Pali, also in Visuddhimagga, we are having so many prescriptions of the medicines and the diseases. And in Milinda Pahyo also we are having so many prescriptions of the you can say medicines, and there are so many diseases which have been discussed in Milinda Pahyo. So here it is said that how a monk how a monk sustains himself with the herbal plants as a medicine, or the gall plants haritaka or haritika pieces of, and in a special class, in a special case, he can also be allowed to take wild honey, molasses as medicines. There are 5 types of, you can say, things which have been also prescribed in Mahabhagga, that how a monk should take madhu, tela. So these are the 5 things which are also allowed for the monks and nuns. So these have been discussed in a very detailed manner. So how this Bhesaja Parikhar means that how a disease can be removed, or suffering, how a suffering or the pain a monk who is feeling can be removed by medicines. So the medicines which are, there are 2 types of diseases. One is physical and one is mental. Physical, that is the Sharirik physical suffering, and mental is, you can say. So we have already discussed that for physical diseases we have to take our medicines like molasses, honey and other wiles and other things. But for internal, like suffering related with the rag, dosa, moha, we have to take help, or we have to follow the teachings of the Buddha related with the metta, karuna, mudita and upekha. So these are the 4 types of bad, noble way of living, and we can develop our mental cultures in this way. So this is the Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla, which have been discussed in our Acharya Buddha Ghosh in the text Visuddhimagga. So if you have any question, you can ask. So now we are having 5-10 minutes for discussion. So we have discussed about the Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla and Paccayasannisita Sīla. So if you are being asked what is the Paccayasannisita Sīla, you discuss that morality related with the purification of the requisites related with the 4 types of requisites, Chivara, Pindapad, Syenasana, and Gilana Pacchaya Bhesaja Parikhara. And in that way, you have to explain on the basis of the text. So I have also given some of the materials to you. You just go through and prepare yourself. So you have to prepare all these 4. So last year you see that what type of questions have been asked. So you can just lift it. Otherwise, you must prepare the first Patimukha Sambar Sīla, and second is Indriya Sambar Sīla. So Sugandhi, you are feeling sleepy. So you must prepare at least 2. The first 2, Patimukha Sambar Sīla and Indriya Sambar Sīla. And we have already discussed what is the Sīla. You just write down that you have to define that what is the Sīla, Samadhan and Upadharanamva. What are the characteristics of the seal? What are the manifestations of the seal? What are the types of the seal? We have already discussed the Chetana seal, Chetasik seal, Sambar seal, Avitikama seal. So these are the types of the seal. And then we have discussed that Katibidam Seelam, Ekvidam Seelam, Dubidam Seelam, Tribidam Seelam, Chatubidam Seelam. So under the Chatubidam Seelam, we have discussed Patimukha Sambar Sīla, Indriya Sambar Sīla, Ājīva Pārisuddhi Sīla, and Paccayasannisita Sīla. So you must prepare all these questions. If you feel any difficulty, I will meet you again on Monday. Okay? Now our syllabus for the Sīlaniddesa, which are prescribed in your syllabus for this is last semester, we have today already covered our syllabus. Again, for the sake of discussion, we will meet together again on Monday. So any question if you have, you can ask.
History of Buddhism.
History of
Buddhism in India, that subject.